All right, welcome to another edition of Soda Desperado Plays Skyrim with cats all over the place. And let's see, I don't know if I'm carrying anything important. No, baby, right now, you always got to do this when I'm playing, baby. Stop it. Go over there. Go over there. She always wants to rub up against me when I'm in the middle of gaming. Right on my left hand where I'm on the controls, right? Anyway, we're going to listen to some more videos. I found a few. I found 3 of them. Oops. Oops. Okay. All right. So there's my daughter, and did that. So anyway, let's get started on the videos. Make sure that we have various things to do. And we got plenty of stuff to do. There we go. Look at that fire. How quick everything comes back. All right, let me go ahead and do this. Thing is, I gotta go find Lydia and give her. I have a bow and a sword for her. And I gotta go find her. No, baby, stop it. Alright, so this video is what an entitled effing society we live in. Am I in the wrong for this? It's obviously a young man. Michael Joseph. And, oh yeah, I think I've listened to him before. This is the kid with 2 first names. Kind of cracks me up. So this happened, and it's quite infuriating almost 10 months later. Come on. No, baby. Stop it. Keeps rubbing up against me. Okay. Here we go.
Okay, so we live in a very, really, really entitled society, guys. Now, the reason I'm saying this is because I have a story that has just happened very recently. And as some of you may know, I am not a big fan of Facebook Marketplace and, you know, the Deegans that live upon the marketplace, guys. Okay, so, you know, everyone expects everything for nothing. Everyone expects everything for nothing, guys. And it's a real fucking problem, guys. You know what I mean? So, yeah, you may notice that I have some pretty good lighting on me right now. That is because I'm not at home. I'm not at home right now. I'm actually at my friend's place, and you know, we've been doing some, you know, work on his kitchen, bit of vinyl wrapping, and this guy, he's like my best friend, guys, best friend, entire life, best friend, guys. Okay, so you know, like, you know, I remember I said, you know, sometimes, you know, you shouldn't help anybody at all because most people don't deserve it. This is true, guys, but you know, there are exceptions. There is exceptions in life that you can make for certain people who do deserve your help, because they are also there for you when you need them, and that is important. Okay, so but back to the topic, you know, everyone's really fucking entitled, man. You know, almost 10 months ago, guys, I sold a parts car on the Facebook Marketplace, and this was a car that I purchased, well, I swapped for a EK Civic. So
yeah,
I had an EK Civic and I swapped it over, and I got this E46 convertible. It had an M3 bonnet, it had M3 fenders, it had a, what I thought, okay, this is the key thing I want to make in the video. This is what I thought had a M54B30 engine in it. So I thought that I was swapping my EK Civic for a 330 Ci. I checked the Viv, I checked everything, the history of the car, I checked it, I looked at it, and it said it was a 330 Ci. I even have a key scanner. I scanned the key, the kilometers, and everything matched up. So, you know, I was under the impression that I got a 330 Ci, guys, okay? And so, you know, I had this car, I was parting it out, I sold a few things off it. Just broke even on the EK, because the EK was worth, I think, about 4 or 5 grand over here at the time. So I literally just broke even, and what I was left with was a car with pretty much an engine, all the drivetrain, the gearbox, the subframe, and everything like that. Now, the reason I'm saying that people are really fucking entitled is because, you know what, people just expect everything for nothing. They expect the world, man, and it's just absolute fucking entitlement, and it's only getting worse, and I'm really, really sick of it, man. I'm so sick of it. I'm so sick of, you know, dealing with people and their fucking entitlement, because the reality is that nobody owes you anything, and you know, you are not entitled to shit. So this is just a reality, man, and you know, I actually have the recorded phone call, but I'm not going to post it on here because I'm not sure if I'm allowed to even do that. I'm not sure if I'm allowed to actually, you know, post those things or not. I have no idea. So I'm sorry in advance if I didn't, you know, post that on here. But whatever, it is what it is, right? But yeah. So 10 months later, man. 10 months later, you know, this guy, he hits me up after I sold him. So I sold him the parts car. So it's just for a bit of background. I sold this guy a parts car. I advertise it with a M54 B30 engine, which is what I thought it was. You know, I do know how to fix cars. However, I've never done like engine swaps or stuff like that. And frankly, I do not have the space to do so, guys. So, so this guy comes around, you know, he, you know, looks at the car, takes it away, spends $1,700. Meanwhile, I sold him the car with probably about 3 to 4 grand worth of parts left on it. Okay, so this is a key element about what I'm speaking about right now. This is very important. So I told him, I said, okay, you know, as long as you're happy with the car, I said, I'm gonna give you a couple of months. I'm gonna hold on to your money. I said, I will hold on to your money, and if you have any problems, come and talk to me. I will give you a refund. You can return the entire car. I was very fair, and guess what? You know, it's Facebook Marketplace. I don't have to do that. I do not have to give this person a refund. You know, it was an as-is sale. The car did not have registration. The car did not have a roadworthy. It was no different than selling a pair of shoes, guys. Okay, this is a reality. You know, I did not have to give this guy a fucking refund, and I still don't. Here lies the issue. Everything's sweet. No problems. Haven't heard from this dude for about, what, 9-10 months now? Almost 10 months. So, messages me yesterday. He's like, or he calls me first, leaves me a voice message. He's like, oh yeah, call me back. I'm like, okay, here we go. What the fuck's the problem now? 10 months later, mind you. 10 months later. 10 months later, man. I can't make this shit up. I cannot make this shit up. So, he calls me, and I'm like, okay, what's the issue? He's like, because he's been very cryptic over the messenger. I'm like, just message me. He's like, just take the risk and call me. I'm like, okay, well, you know, my phone's shit. I don't get much service with Optus around here, so, and my phone's like 6 years old because, you know, I don't see the point, you know, in you know, upgrading to a new phone, guys. You know, phones are shit for the most part. You know, they all do the same thing. There's no point upgrading to the next big thing. Like, you know, I've got an S20 Plus Ultra, and that's what I'm using to film this video right now. And you know, I don't fucking like buy new phones, man, because I don't want to be stuck on a plan. It's not worth it. You know, I was paying like $130 a month, and you know, it was just fucking draining, and it's just annoying. It's not because I can't afford it. It's just basically I don't see the value in it. You know, I upgrade to another phone, guys, right? And what am I getting really? Like a slightly better camera, maybe it's a little bit faster, but essentially the phones do the same thing. So, you know, the biggest thing that you can waste your money on, guys, is like, you know, new phones and shit. I think they're absolutely fucking like a waste of money and a rip off for the most part. You know, I think that, you know, like even, you know, 5 years down the line, I doubt that a phone 5 years down the line is going to be any better than the phone that, you know, I'm using right now. I think it's going to do the same thing, right? And plus, most of us still only watch videos in like 1080 pixels or whatever it is anyways, right? So anyways, back on topic, sorry. I keep forgetting, man. But So anyway, so he calls me up, and he's like, "Oh, you sold me the wrong engine." He's like, "I tried to sell the engine to somebody else." He's like, "Because I decided to go with another project." He's like, I tried to sell the engine to another guy, and he's like, "I sold it for $2,000." And then that guy comes back at me and tells me that, you know, that was an M54 B25. So it's a 2.5 liter for reference, guys. Okay, so, and I'm like, okay, so like, what do you want me to do about it? He's like, you need to make me an offer. I'm like, why do I need to make you an offer? I'm like, he's like, because you sold me the wrong engine. You were fraudulent. You tried to scam me. And I'm like, no, I didn't. I'm like, I sold you a car that I was thinking was an M54B30. That was what was on the Viv inspection. That was what was on the fucking records. I searched it all up. That was what I thought that I purchased and swap my EK for. Right? I thought I was getting an M54B30, and yet, apparently, lo and behold, it was a B25. I did not know that at the time. I swear to God, I did not know that. Okay, so I sold him what I believed at the time was an M54B30 with a bunch of extra parts for $1,000. And I told him at the time, if there is any issues, I will give you time to look at it, and you can come and tell me. If there is any problems, I will hold your money. I did. I held his money for about 2, almost 3 months, guys. Okay. I didn't have to do that, but I did. As in good faith, because, you know, I don't want to fuck people over. I'm not that guy. I don't like to fuck people over. You know, I'm very honest about my sales. It is what it is. I let them inspect. I told him at the time, I said, bring a mechanic, bring whatever. He says, no, it's fine. I build cars. You know, he's like, I've done engine swaps and everything before. So I figured, you know, he knew what he was doing. He knows his stuff. He's a lot more mechanically inclined than I am in that regard, and that's okay. So I figured, okay, well, he knows what he's doing. If there's any problems, surely he will reach out to me in the next week or two or whatever. Nothing. I didn't hear fucking shit from this guy for 10 months, man. Okay? 10 months. Like, and then he calls me up and has the fucking audacity to tell me that I now have to make him an offer. I have to give him money, apparently. He said he lost money, he lost time and effort on labor, and that, you know, I need to make an offer, and that, you know, I need to make it right. I said, okay, well, return the car to me in original condition, and I'll sort you out. 9-10 months later, I don't have to fucking do shit. Yet I still offered, I said, return the fucking car, and I will fucking make it right. I'm a man of my word. It's fine. No problem. I had the phone call. If you think I'm bullshitting, I will try and see if I can post it later on, but I swear to God, this is what I said. He says, I can't do that. I already wrecked the car, I sold the shell, and all this. I'm like, well, then I can't refund you. He's like, then he started like abusing me and shit. He started abusing me. He's like, you're a fucking asshole. He's like, you're a cunt. Right? And I'm just like, talking to him calmly, because, like, you know, I don't give a fuck. I'm not gonna let this fucking idiot intimidate me. Like, I'm just like, okay, well, like, you don't have a fucking complete car. I said, I didn't sell you an engine. I sold you a complete car. And I said, regardless, even if the engine was the wrong engine, you still have another $2 to $3 grand worth of parts on there. Okay? And for reference, let me just give you some examples of what the parts were worth on the car that I left. So, gearbox, $500 to $600, okay? Differential, about $250 to $300, okay? Rear subframe, they go for about $600 to $800, okay? Then we have the ABS pump, that's about $250 to $300. I've sold them for that before, okay? Then we got the mirrors inside the car, and the roof about $300 to $400. We got the mirrors, they're about $100, okay? Well, that's just some of the parts. We still got the front subframe. We still got we got all the parts underneath the car, even the steering rack. The steering rack alone is worth fucking $400. It's a purple tag steering rack. If you guys know your cars, some of you watching you might know your cars. So purple tag steering rack on the E36, very popular for the E36 steering rack conversions. Okay, so that's worth about $400. So I've already listed probably around almost $2 grand just in parts right there, and yet this fucking arsehole comes and calls me, and he has the fucking audacity to tell me that I have to fucking pay him something now. 10 months later, after he's part of the car, after he's sold all the rest of the parts off, after he even probably figured out that the engine was the wrong engine, and then tried to sell it and scam some other fucking person, knowing that the engine was the wrong engine, okay? This is the thing here, guys, okay? You know, people, they will try and, you know, turn their shit around on you and make it like you're the fucking bad person and all this other shit. But they don't take any fucking accountability for their own bullshit. You know, we live in a society that's so fucking entitled. No one takes any accountability. You know, even 10 months later, I'm willing to take accountability for it and say, okay, bring the entire car back. I will refund you. But nah. He wants me to refund him, right? And what do I get back? I don't even get the fucking car. I don't even get the car, man. Like, what? You want to make me refund you and you're not even going to give me a car? Oh my god, man. I'm just like, what the fuck? Like, do you realize how stupid you sound? It's like me going and buying a pair of shoes, right? And I decide, okay, well, the shoes are not comfortable or they're the wrong size or whatever. And then I go back and I return one shoe. What the fuck? What are they going to tell me, man? They're going to tell me to get out of the fucking store. And they're not going to refund me, man. And that's on like consumer. This is a good
video. I like this video.
This is a private sale. I don't even have to entertain a phone call with you, and yet I still went out of my way to, you know, still contact you, still speak to you over the phone. I was very polite. I didn't call him any names. I didn't yell at him. I didn't scream at him. But, you know, he did that to me. He's like, call me a cunt. Bro, he called me a cunt like 2 times, and then he hung up on me. I'm just keeping calm the whole time, because, like, you know, I don't care. Like, you can yell at me, you can scream whatever you want. I'm just, I don't care, man, because, like, what? Like, can you tell, like, you know, I was gonna make this video last night, but I was just so fucking mad, man. I was so fucking mad. And then he's like, oh yeah, he's like, I'm gonna take you to VCAT. I'm gonna take you to court. He's like, the cost in court fees is gonna be even more expensive than what you could give me. I'm like, okay, take me to VCAT, take me to court. I'm happy to participate. And make sure that when we're there, you tell them that you know you parted out the rest of the car, made God knows how much money on that, and then on top of that, you expect me to, you know, make things right or make an offer for you and give you more money. Unbelievable, right? Unbelievable, man. Unbelievable. I can't even, like, I just can't grasp the concept of what's going on in this guy's head. Like, can you, what do you think, man? Like, honestly, what do you think? Please leave a comment. What do you think, man? Am I in the wrong here? Am I in the wrong? Please, someone tell me if I'm in the wrong. Am I a cunt? Am I a cunt? Okay, if I'm a cunt, I will own it, man. I will own it. I'll accept the title of cunt. No problems. No problems. But I just feel 10 months later, man. 10 months later, you had all the time in the world to figure out if there was a problem. You had 10 months. I just find it very ironic that, you know, 10 months later, you contact me after you've sold
he's just trying to make his money back.
Got rid of the entire car.
Trying to screw you.
And suddenly,
really is trying to screw you.
Now there's a problem. Suddenly, now you think that you are entitled to a refund after you've gotten rid of everything else. And he claims that he just sent it to get crushed. Bullshit. You didn't fucking send it to get crushed. You know very well what you're doing. That's why you tried to sell the engine to someone else, thinking that they would be stupid enough to figure out that it's not the, you know, not the right engine. Come on. You think I'm stupid? You think I'm fucking stupid? You think I'm born yesterday? I'm not an idiot, man. I may say some stupid shit, but I'm not a fucking idiot. Okay? And you know, he tried to bully me and shit. No. Not happening, man. Ain't happening.
Shit.
Okay? It's a joke, man. Just the fucking entitlement. By the way, I'm not wearing any pants, guys, you know. I'm not wearing any pants in my video right now. But that is the beauty of this, is that I'm not wearing any pants.
That's a funny Aussie.
unbelievable.
That's so funny.
Anyways, so that was my day the other day, guys. That was my day. Dealing with fucking idiots like this. And this is another reason I hate Facebook Marketplace, you know, just the amount of fucking degenerates that you have to deal with on there. And the entitlement and the lowballers. You know, the people that think that they deserve everything for nothing, you know. I'm so sick of dealing with people like that, you know. So sick of it, man. But yeah, that's what happened to me yesterday, guys. I had to deal with this idiot. But yeah. So I've been wrapping a kitchen, guys. I've been wrapping a kitchen, my best friend's kitchen, guys. Yeah, I like to help the people in my life that deserve it. I really do. I really do. I get great joy and satisfaction out of helping the people in my life that deserve it. The people that have always been there for me, you know, they deserve it the most. And you know, at the end of the day, you know, if you make something of yourself, sure, you take the best people with you to the top, man. You know, it's even like the Tates, man. You know, so a lot of you might not like the Tates, but you know, they do have a lot of things that I deem as good qualities in terms of like you know, like they take their friends to the top with them. You know, they do things, you know, in a brotherly order. You know, the brothers, they buy shit together. You know, that's another issue with our society, is like we're so focused on like, you know, getting ahead of everyone else, even our family. Like everything is a competition with everyone. It's always like, you know, nobody supports anybody. You know, nobody wants to grow together over here. It's all about me. Who can get to the top and crush everyone else below them? Who is better? Who has the most money? Blah blah blah. You know what? I love money. Don't get me wrong. I fucking love money. But you know, I do think you need to look after the people that are with you and that have always been with you, guys. It's very important to take care of the people that have always been there for you. You know, if you get to the top, you want to try and take them to the top with you, because those kinds of people deserve to be taken up the top with you, guys. You know. But you know, most people don't. Most people don't.
Most people are just shit, man. I'm sorry. What do you think my ministry came to a dead end?
It sucks. But, yeah, hey, I'm just going to take this camera off for a second.
Sorry, kid.
I'm going to show you guys. The kitchen that I've been wrapping really quickly. This is my best friend. This is Sean. I love this guy. It's my bestie. My favorite fucking person in the world. I swear to God. Anyways, have a look at this. My camera's shit. Sorry. Let me wipe it. Alright, okay. So, okay. You know, these S20 Plus Ultras, these shit phones, man, they are very known for their dog shit cameras. So, yeah, so I'm wrapping this kitchen, guys. This is the vinyl wrap here. And, you know, this is the original color of the kitchen. And, yeah, so I've just been slowly getting through it all and, you know, doing these cupboards. And yeah, it's looking really good, man. Like, check this shit out. So fucking nice. So good. It looks like it's just how the kitchen is. And you know, this was the most pain in the ass to wrap this part here, because I had to take it all around. I had to go all around, and it was a pain, because even up here you have to get the wrap so perfect, and it's very difficult. But even down here, see, it's so good that I even wrapped in there. But anyways, I don't want to bore you guys too long with this bullshit, but yeah, fun, good times, and yeah, thanks for watching the video, guys. I'll see you in another one. But yeah, fuck entitled people and their bullshit, and yeah, don't put up with it. Don't let people bully you into shit, because you know, in the end of the day, most people just all talk, and it doesn't really fucking matter. Anyways, I'll see you guys in another one. Alright, peace out.
So I put there, you got taken advantage of because you're a nice guy. Welcome to the club. I would have caved because I'm weak. I would have given in to the guy. But even though 10 months is a long time, your logic is completely sound. Nice to see a nice guy experience the real world of shit people out there. Take care. You're funny. That's what I put in there. It's pretty funny. Alright. So anyway, that was funny. This Michael Joseph. People will fuck you every chance they get. Like I told you, I said I lent this guy $5. $5 when money wasn't so bad. Okay? Not recently. This is like when I was young and the guy just intimidated me and didn't give it back. So he wanted to teach me a lesson. Then later on he wanted to sell me Amway. I mean, people are fucking nuts out there. You know, don't be surprised if somebody sticks it to you. That's why, like, this bum that I had in here was a friend of mine, but he really wasn't that good of a friend or that good of a person or nothing. I mean, he was a nice guy, but, you know, it wasn't worth all the sacrifice. The only good thing that came out of it is that I saved his life. I don't know if he's still alive. I unfriended him from Facebook. I don't want to hear his shit, you know. The guy tried to pawn off his daughter's cat on me, and I'm like, I love cats, but I can't be taking another cat, and I already have plenty of cats. I had to let go of a cat because the cat wouldn't stop fighting, you know. But anyway, yeah, this kid, he's learning. Amen. Okay, now this guy, random videos with JV. The advice this 34-year-old has for young people. Okay, so he's directing it to young people.
Hey, what's going on, guys? It's me, JV. Coming to you live on this Sunday afternoon. Today is August 11th, 2024. And this message is for the youngsters. This video is for the young kids that are in their late teens, early 20s, that are basically struggling to find themselves in the world, that are just graduating high school or in the process of graduating college. And I wanted to give my advice, my own personal advice. It could be something different than others. By the way, I know my hair looks terrible, and I do apologize in advance. Let me know in the comment section if it looks terrible. I think it does, but I'm sorry, guys. I just went to the gym this morning, and then from after the gym, I didn't get a chance to take a shower, so I'm going to do that right now. But back to what I was saying. From a 45-year-old perspective, this is the advice that I can give a young person. Number one, don't date anybody until you get to the point of until you finish college. I think that if you focus your attention exclusively to your studies and your education and acquiring your degree, your BA, your BS, your MA, your MS degrees, you know, however deep you want to go into your career, that's the number one thing that you have to truly focus your attention on. You will have plenty of time to date women. You will have plenty of time to meet the woman of your dreams or the man of your dreams, depending on what your gender is, and then you can perhaps get married and start a family once you are fully established in your career. So that's the number one thing that I would do. I would put aside the dating scene until after I finish my education. Number two, do not go into debt with your loans, with the school debt, until you absolutely know for certain, based on the research that you do, based on consulting with your counselor, consulting with people that really have experience in going through college and work in a profession that you're looking to study in. Make sure that you know that your degree is not going to be in vain, that your degree will definitely land you a very well-paid career so that you can pay off your debts.
I fell for that scam once
in a very short period of time.
Never doing it again.
I've heard stories of people that have gone into school, have gotten, $75,000 in student loan debt, $100,000 in student loan debt, and only to find out that once they graduate, their degrees are not going to be able to compensate, and they're not going to be able to make up that debt that they spent, that they incurred. So my advice would be, before you delve into your career, before you start saddling yourself with student loan debt, make sure that the degree that you're studying for, it's adequate enough so that when you graduate college, you'll have a very good job, well-paying job that is waiting for you after college. So that would be my second piece of advice. As a 45-year-old guy who has struggled, who has made tons of mistakes, I am a very flawed individual, and I don't like to see young people, men or women, to make the same mistakes and go through the same ordeal that I have gone through. I blame myself personally for everything that I've gone through. I don't blame my parents. I don't blame my family members. I don't blame politicians. I don't blame anybody. I blame myself exclusively for the mistakes that I've made.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to, based on my experience, share my advice to the youngsters out there. So that's the second thing, regarding student loan debt. The third thing you should do is try to live with your parents like I do. I know perhaps your peers you might think that your peers are going to make fun of you because you're still living with your parents, even going through college. Trust me, it's much better to save yourself that money that you're going to spend on a dorm, or that you're going to spend on a room or on a studio somewhere else, than to actually, spend it with your family members. Now, of course, if you happen to study a long way from your parents' house, then obviously that's going to be virtually impossible. But if you are going to go to college near where your parents live, I would advise you to actually live with them instead of going and living in a dorm or living in an apartment. Or
that's what I did. I couldn't afford any of that
room out there where you're going to be spending
some
serious coin. So that would be my third piece of advice as a 45-year-old.
I'm just thankful for it.
And then the fourth piece of advice that I would give you is stay away from credit cards as much as possible. I know that when you're a young person, when you're in your late teens, early 20s, and you feel that your life is ahead of your full life is ahead of you, and you're going to have plenty of time to make up the debt that you're going to incur as a credit card on your credit cards, for instance, I would try to stay away from them as much as possible. As tempting as they are, I would try to pay cash. I would try to pay with my debit card. I would not be thinking or looking to spend money or looking to use my credit card to get by. I made that mistake myself, and here I am 45 years and I'm still paying the debt. I'm not fully I haven't fully paid my credit card debt. I still have about $7,000 in debt that I need to pay, so I would try to just spend cash or use my debit card for my expenses. So those are the things that I would do if I was in your shoes. For you youngsters that are going to be watching this video, if anybody watches this video that's going through college right now, or it's perhaps just graduating high school, and you're going to be venturing into a new period in your lives, that's what I would do. So that's basically what I wanted to say today. Thank you very much for watching the video, and have a great rest of your Sunday. Today is August 11th, 2024. Thank you for watching, and have a blessed rest of your Sunday.
Alright. Yeah, all the advice he just gave, I did. I except for the credit card thing. I got into about I'd say 12,000 in credit card debt when I was younger, when I was very young in college, because it was the only way I could fund myself, and I paid the minimum every month on those credit cards, and I would eat at gas stations and stuff like that, wherever I can get a cheap hot dog or something. And that's how I survived, with cheap food from gas stations. I think I had a Diamond Shamrock credit card. And I used that for gas. I used that for food when I had to. And because we were poor. And that's the way it is. That's what happens when you're dirt poor. Follow Toph deer. Talk to the archer. Anyway, it makes sense. I mean, it's good sound advice, but if you're living with your family, which I lived with my family for a while, until I rented a small room somewhere in someone's house, you want to stay with your family if you can, but the thing is, family is a totally different thing. I mean, it's annoying sometimes to have to deal with family. So it's up to you. I personally, I had it with everybody, but that's because I'm old now. I'm 52, and I've pretty much been around, passed around like a party favor. Nobody really cared. Nothing really happened. It was all bullshit, and that's all people have is just a lot of bullshit. Like this kid found out what kind of a scam it is.
What you learn here... Please don't tell me that another one of... I thank you for... Toph, since he... Speak with... And good work. The next time you find yourself exploring Nordic ruins, perhaps this will be... It's no secret that the cult... But that was a great many years ago. Before all the members of the Order were called back to the Isle of Artaeum. And it disappeared entirely.
Oh. Now, the unusual gem that I just stole from that guy, in order for me to get to it again after this interview, I would have to actually go ahead and become the Archmage of the college in order to get access to it again.
I've been trying to find you. I just wanted to let you know that Ancano's been asking about you. I'm not sure. Just, well, mind what you... Between the two of us, that what he's really doing is... But it never hurts to be a little suspicious. You're welcome. I dare say you've learned all I can teach you. But that doesn't mean there isn't more out there. Over the years, I've heard things. Powerful magics lost to the ages. Incredible spells that only the most skilled mages can master. This is the only thing I've ever found. I think it's better off in your hands.
Wow. Complete the Book of Powers of the Elements. Nice.
All right, then.
And I got a big ward coming up.
What? I have made it... I would suggest that you not further spread this rumor.
Ah! Okay, so I have to go back to the arcane.
There are few places where one can pursue my type of work without fear of persecution.
I don't want to see you treating any of these books poorly. I know what you want. Word travels fast around here. Discovered some big mystery, huh? Well, you don't even need to ask. No, I don't have anything for you. Not anymore, anyway. I said not anymore. Orthorn stole a number of books when he ran off to Fellglow Keep to join those summoners. Some kind of peace offering. I think one of those volumes may have had some relevant information. If you want them, you'll have to talk to Orthorn. Let's just call it a difference of opinion with the college. They were interested in research that goes outside the bounds of what the college allows, so they were persuaded to leave.
Yeah, I know that story. Probably gonna wind up dead.
You there. You were in Sathor, yes? It has come to my attention that some... I know full well... Tolfdir is still there now, isn't he? I shall expect a full report. Something was... That sounds... Thank you for your help. You may go.
Alright, let's see, we're at 42 minutes. Let's see if we can finish up Wards. I'll put that there. I'm going to subscribe to him. He's a nice guy. Lots of nice guys out there deserve more attention, I think. And he's got more subs than I do. Let's see. Big Ward, the genius. Yeah. More people will be homeless soon. That never thought they would be. Yeah, no shit, brother.
Good evening, good evening, good evening, my wonderful, beautiful family and friends, subscribers, and the haters. But y'all are welcome too. Thank y'all for tuning in for another episode. Today is still Tuesday, August 13th. I'm off work again, so here I am at the gym, about to go in here and get ready for these haters just in case Mooch run up on me and have to pop, pop. Shout out, Mooch. I love you, boy. But anyway, thank y'all for tuning in for another episode. I really, really, really appreciate it. And we're going to keep this thing growing, keep this thing going. Spread the word, spread the channel, share, like, comment, subscribe, pray, fast, run 2 or 3 miles, whatever you got to do. Keep this channel growing. And I'm going to keep keeping it real with you, no matter who like it, who don't, until the good Lord call me to the upper room. That's what I'm going to do. So, keeping with that tradition, I was doing a little research. And what prompted me to do that? See, I'm using these big words, y'all, prompted. So I was,
I don't have trinkets.
as I told y'all not long ago, I was riding. As I normally do, on my way home, on my way to the gym, what have you. I passed by more and more homeless encampments. Damn, another big word, encampment. More and more homeless encampments, right? Which means places where homeless people have set up shop and made it like their own little city within a city. And once upon a time, the cops, the police, the authority, what have you, would come along and bust it up, make a move. You can't be right here, can't do this, can't do it, you can't now. But the homeless population is growing at such a rapid pace. And maybe you notice this in your city or town, state, local principality, whatever you want to call it. They're not bothering the homeless anymore. They're not busting them up and making a move. Why do you think that is so? Why do you think they're doing that? Or not doing it? Once upon a time, they would make the homeless move. Get all this stuff, you can't move here, and then they'll go somewhere else, find another spot till they come make a move from there too. But now, I've been seeing these same spots for a couple of years now where they ain't moved. So much so that where they probably can get mail delivered to them. They've been there so long in those areas. So the purpose of this video
Thank you for your custom.
is to let y'all know again. It's me again, sounding the alarm, ringing the bell. Ding a ding a ding a ding.
I travel.
Wake up!
Who wants to do
I'm
with
sounding the
these
bell,
soldiers?
ringing the alarm again. So I want to go with some statistics with y'all
How can I serve
to verify why I'm saying what I'm saying when I say the homeless population
you lead, I'll follow.
within the next year or so, maybe 2, maybe 3, if that long, is going to quadruple, triple or quadruple, which means going to grow by 3 to 4 times larger than what it is right now.
See you again soon, I
There's some of you right now who are listening to me that are not homeless, but you're this far from it. You know who I'm talking to, and you know what I'm talking about. There's a large number of y'all listening to me right now that you may not be homeless right now, but you month to month not knowing when that time coming, the way you're going to find yourself on the street, because each month, each day, each week, you don't know how you're going to pay your rent. Not the other stuff. You're going from month to month, week to week, day for day, not knowing how you're going to pay your rent. Not including light, gas, water, groceries, all that stuff, food, car note, car insurance, gas. We ain't include none of that into the equation. There's a lot of y'all listening to me right now that are not homeless. But you have no idea how long it's going to be before you are. Because you know you're tinkering on the brink of homelessness yourself. There are thousands and thousands of people in America right now this far from being homeless. One paycheck away. One disaster. One emergency away from being homeless. They have never, ever came close to being in that situation before in their life. And y'all are terrified right now. I'm not terrified even if I become homeless again because I done been homeless before. That's not the majority of America. I'm not terrified because I ain't got an issue with doing some things that I ain't got no business doing in order to survive. Some of y'all ain't willing to do that. I will survive by any means necessary. So I'm not scared. I know how to do other stuff if this don't work, if you catch my drift. But there are a bunch of y'all who ain't willing to sink to the animal level to survive. I am. I will get down with the lions and the tigers. I will become a bear to survive. Because I've had to do it before. I've had to eat out of dumpsters before. I know the schedule when Popeye throw their chicken away. I've been there. I've been on the animal level.
Amen, brother.
Maybe
Amen.
that was God, and I don't know why. Like, what the hell? How the hell I end up here? I went from baller to eating out of dumpster. What the fuck? Not knowing that I'll be prepared for a time such as this, the way I'm going to have to probably one day be a leader to lead people. Who knows? Like on Terminator when the dude, I forgot his name, that was leading them doing against the Terminator, whatever. I might end up being John Connor. I might be Big Ward Connor. Who knows? And that's why I went through what I went through. Because I ain't that type of dude. I ain't no dumbass dude. But like, how the hell I'm homeless? One thing led to another. Living with a woman, not having my ish together, bullshitting all my life, playing games, taking life for a joke, not taking life seriously, playing, playing with people, letting people play with me, moving in with my old lady, my girl. My girl put me out. I ain't got nowhere to go. Homeless. Had to become an animal to survive. And I did that. And I would do it again. Are you willing to say the same thing? Because if not, times are coming where you ain't going to make it. Am I trying to scare you? Hell yeah. Am I lying to you? No. Am I exaggerating? No. Am I trying to scare you? Yes. Am I lying? No. Am I exaggerating? No. Am I making stuff up? No. Am I trying to get views? No. Do I want views? Yes. Am I going to lie for views? Never. Now, with that being said, why do I say the homeless population is about to boom? The economy ain't about to boom. The homeless population is about to boom. Maybe even me. So, the difference between me and you is, I've been there before. I can teach you how to live. I can teach you what time you need to be behind Popeye when they throw the chicken away. Popeye throw the chicken away every evening around a certain time. I ain't gonna tell you what time it is right now, till it's necessary. Follow me. If everybody ends up homeless in the world, a bomb drop, whatever, we need to go behind Popeye. We need to find somewhere to eat. I can teach you how to eat Popeye even though you're homeless. I can teach you how to eat good even though you're homeless. Popeye, McDonald's, Ruby Tuesday, whatever. I can teach you how to eat good being homeless. I'll tell you what Popeye's schedule is when they throw the chicken away at a certain time where it's still fresh. You may have to dump a little, scrape some of the stuff off of when it hit the dumpster, but it's still fresh. And when you hungry, homeless, you don't give a damn.
Yeah, that's true. You'll eat whatever the fuck you can get.
A lot of folks that ain't on drugs.
That's the truth.
See, a lot of them homeless folks out there.
Yeah. Yeah,
they're able to cope with it because they on drugs, alcohol, strung out, this, that, and the other, you know what I'm saying? So they numb to it. It's going to be a lot of homeless people in the near future that ain't on drugs, that are not alcoholics, that work hard, they ain't bullshit, and still going to end up homeless with nothing to cope with what they got going on. That's where I come in at. So anyway, let me explain where I'm coming from. Because a lot of y'all say I take too long to get to the point. I've been at the point since the video began. It ain't that I'm talking too slow or taking too long to get to the point. Y'all thinking too fast and don't know what the hell you're thinking about. Slow down. Now, the reason I say the homeless population is about to boom. Now, it's already booming. It's just not being broadcast on mainstream media. The homeless population is booming right now. It's growing. People that have never been homeless before, never thought they would be homeless, didn't see it coming, like me, homeless right now. Still got their car. Still got cars. Still got furniture. All that shit. And homeless. So here we go. In 2019, we're talking about the average median income, individual, not household, none of that. Each individual person in America, how much they average a year. I'm gonna go back to 2019. The average median income for each individual. Now that's not saying for y'all who, not all big water, I made $75,000 in 2019. The average means you take the salary of everybody in the United States individually, and then you add them up, and then you divide them by how many people in America. That gives you your average of what the average person is making. To where at least 50% of the people are making this amount of money and no more. So the average in 2019 was $40,980 over the United States. That don't mean California. That don't mean Texas. Because in California, the average is higher than 40,000. But you add in inflation, the cost of living, whatever, it breaks it back down to 40,000. Because even though y'all make more in California and in New York, your cost of living makes that not any more than somebody who in Alabama making 41. You might be averaging 70 in California, but that's the same as 40 in Alabama. Y'all follow me? Okay. 2019, the average median income was $40,980. In 2020, it decreased to $40,420. 2021, it went up by $40 to $40,460. Now keep in mind, as the years go on, with the median income, whether it increase or decrease, inflation steady increasing, no matter what the income is doing. Keep that in mind. As our median income hovers around the same amount of money year after year, inflation steady going up, while the wages are not. So in 2022, the average median income in the United States was $40,480. It jumped from 2022 to $48,060 in 2023. That's $8,000 since 2019 to 2023. It only went up in 1 year's time, because the other year it didn't go up at all. It went up $8,000 funky dollars in a whole year to $48,000 in 2023. We haven't got the numbers for 2024 yet. We're in 2024 now. But guess what? In 2005, 2006, 2003, what have you, I was making $40,000 as a truck driver then. The average median income in like 2005, 2010, somewhere in that area, was like $38,000 in 2005. But I had more buying power then. In 2005, when I was making $40,000, I had a nice car, money in the bank, what have you, nice 401k, on $40,000 a year. I know that because I made $40,000 for a long time. It's like they kept you at that little range right there. 40 to 42, 43, 41 each year. I stayed in the $42,000 to $43,000 a year range as a truck driver, local driver. And I wasn't complaining. I was doing good with that. Compared to now, I'm six figures. And looking around like, damn, what did I buy? Where the money went? I was doing better in 2005 with $43,000, $42,000, $41,000 the average a year. In 2005, I was able to do more, or if not more, the same as I am with six figures, figuring that if I'm making six figures, I should be doing way more than I was able to do with $40,000, but I'm not, because of inflation, because of the time we're living in, the cost of living. And the reason I say it's going to be more homeless people, because now I went and looked up the average rent in America in 2024. Now, as I say average, again, let me explain to y'all in the back that's hard to hear and hard to understand. The average don't mean everybody. That I ain't going to even explain that. If you don't get it, get out of here. You fail. Go back to the third grade. The average rent in 2024 was $1,536. Right now, that's where we at. $1,536 the average rent. Now, New York, California, places like that, it's way more. Y'all know that. Y'all know I ain't lying. You got rent in Georgia, Atlanta, $3,000 a month. You got rent, them big cities, them bigger metropolitan cities, way more than $1,500 a month. You got rent in New York, $3,000 a month and more. California, $3,000 a month and more. Now, The average, say in Alabama, like right now, I've been trying to find a home to rent. Because I don't want to buy one right now. I'm going to wait till the housing market don't crash. I promise you. I don't care what no realtor tell you, real estate investor, whatever, whoever the hell you are, believe what you want to believe, the housing market finna crash. Gonna have to. So, you ain't gotta believe me. Think, boy, you ain't no, okay. Go buy your house right now then, you bad. You so bad, go buy your house right now. Catch me in a couple years. I'm gonna be buying that house from you for a little nothing. I'm gonna hold my money and wait. So I'll rent. So now, let's do some math right here. $1,500 a month in Alabama. Because I was trying to find just a little 2-bedroom, 1-bath home in Mobile, Alabama. It's averaging $1,600, $1,700 a month. That's Mobile, Alabama, where the cost of living was extremely low at one time. Now it's high as hell here in Mobile, Alabama. So the people that was thinking about moving from the big city down to the little smaller place like this because the cost of living is cheaper, not anymore. So, if the rent is $1,536 a month, average, some more than that. And we ain't talking about Section 8 and all that bullshit. We talking about people that pay their own way. $1,500 a month. But if you making $48,000 a year, that is like what? Probably about $850. Hold on, I ain't do the math on that one. $48,000 a year is what? $4,000 a month. Yeah. Yep, $4,000 a month gross. If the average income is $4,000 a month, gross, not bring home, which is $1,000 a week, gross, not bring home. When I was grossing $1,000 a week, the time that I have, I would bring home like $750. And my taxes, I was like claiming like 10. But if you happen to have no dependents or what have you, or one dependent, out of that $1,000, you probably bring home $650. We ain't gonna include child support, none of that. We're not including child support for the men. So, you bring it home $650, because right now, people, that's all people still making. $650 a week. That's $2,600 a month. Bring home. The average rent is $1,536. That's $1,100 you're gonna have left over. That's if you're making 48. There's a lot of people not making 48,000. There's a lot of people making 25, making 30, 35. Teachers ain't making a lot of teachers ain't making 48,000. So now you got $1,100 a month after you pay your rent. You might have a car note, kids, all the other stuff you got to pay. You can't pay for all that shit off $1,100 a month. You got $1,100 left for the whole month.
With Asana, AI teammates can help level up your goals by connecting them to relevant projects, so every team knows their role in the bigger picture. Asana, the #1 AI work management platform. Try for free today at asana.com.
That's like $275 a week after you pay all. After you pay your rent, that whatever you have left for that week. Let's say you set aside every week for your rent. That's gonna leave you with $275 to make it the next payday, to pay for groceries, gas, knickknacks, unexpected. You got $275 to make it the next payday. When you go to the store and you spend $100 on groceries that week, you ain't got nothing. $100. Just say you spent $100 on groceries that week out your $275 that you got left. If you got that, now you done bought $100 in groceries for the week. You got a family what have $175 left after you buy groceries. Still got to buy gas. Still got to. You see where I'm coming from? Why the homeless population gonna boom? We can't afford to live no more. If you ain't got hustle out the hand like I do, you in trouble. So get ready. Start doing some research. Start preparing, learning how to live as a homeless person. Because I got a feeling a lot of y'all are about to find out. A lot of y'all gonna need to know how to survive homeless. You know who you are. Am I trying to scare you? Yes. I'm also trying to prepare you.
It is done. The
These people don't
defiler
care.
is defeated.
They don't care.
Take
If it ain't
Dawnbreaker
them,
from its pedestal.
they don't care. Like it's homeless people out here right now, and people don't care. They ain't gonna care when it's you. But you gotta do whatever you gotta do to survive. Hopefully it don't happen. Hopefully a miracle comes. Maybe Jesus will come back like now, before all this shit happens. But I don't think so. So I advise a lot of y'all out here, and you know who you are, to start trying to figure out and learn how to survive being homeless. I hate to say it. I hope it don't happen, but we know better. I'm not going to feed you false hope. I'm not going to blow smoke up your ass. I'm not telling you this just for views and ratings, because I still average the same amount of views if I give you some positive stuff like, hey, good morning, boys and girls. I still get the same views I'm getting telling you this. So I ain't got no reason to blow smoke up your ass for no damn views. You can believe me or you can doubt me. Time will tell who right and who wrong. And I got a great feeling, even though I ain't proud and happy about it, I'm going to be right. Because I do my research. I study, I observe. I've been here a long time. I've been around the block a few times. And the writing is on the wall. All you got to do is read it. But some of y'all can't read, so I'm going to read it for you. Get it, got it, good. Bye.
Yeah. It's going to be a lot more homeless, but even the Lord said you will always have the poor. Even the Lord said that. So be aware of that.
A new day is dawning, and you shall be its herald. Take the mighty Dawnbreaker, and with it purge corruption from the dark corners of the world. Wield it in my name, that my influence may grow. May the light of certitude guide your efforts.
Alright, so we did that mission. Wolf Skull Cave. Alright, let me see if I've got any magical effects. Nothing bad. Alright, good. Alright, so it's been an hour and 9 minutes. Big Ward's right, you know, sometimes, you know, it just... You gotta be careful. Unfortunately, you know, the young man in the beginning, the Aussie, he finally got scammed or almost got scammed by this other person because he's too nice of a guy. Then the other guy's giving advice to the young people not to get in debt, live with their parents, you know, and unless you know you're going to get a good job with that degree, don't do it, you know. If I could go back in time and tell myself not to be afraid to, you know, try to survive without a degree, you know, if I could go back in time and say, John, don't bother with a degree, it's not going to go anywhere, just work a job, save your money, invest in something, Make it work. Make it grow. People are always going to be screwing you. You know, there's very, very few good people left in the world that are actively good. And the thing is, that's because a lot of people cannot afford to be good. You know, if somebody needs, you know, like that cat, I had to put the cat out because it was causing trouble, and I couldn't afford to fix his eye. And then I was going to take him to a clinic, but then the clinic may snip him. If it's one of the freebie cheap clinics, they may snip him, which is problematic. Okay. So then Big Ward's like, well, you're going to get more homeless. Well, of course you're going to get more homeless because everybody's being priced out of their own fucking houses. And these are people that had multi-generational wealth. I never had multi-generational wealth. My father left me. My mother abused me and didn't want to do shit. And I got stuck without a career. I paid for a degree and didn't get the job. The competition was fierce because everybody else lied on the fucking resume. So nothing worked out. And so, of course, you're going to have homeless people that fall between the cracks. You're going to have a lot of people that are going to use homeless people as an excuse to change the laws, to make the laws worse, to make law enforcement even more vicious. Because law enforcement, despite any good intention that may be left in it, is just there to, you know, line the pockets of the judges and the, you know, the state or the city in this case. And they don't care. A homeless person, they bulldoze homeless people's shacks. They don't want you there. They won't help you. They won't put a roof over your head. You have to be a drug addict trying to recover from being addicted to drugs or something. And unless you are something like that, you really aren't shit. You really aren't shit to the system and to other people. Other people are in it for themselves only. One nice guy trained me in how to make money with stocks, and I didn't follow through because I couldn't find anybody who would give a fucking brokerage account to an American unless it was an American company. And the American companies are overregulated. They don't have a lot of fluctuations in the stocks. In other words, it takes forever just to get a little bit of money out of your stocks. So you would have, it's rigged so that you can make money, you know, but it takes forever. You have to watch your stocks, you know, and you have to have plenty of money to invest. You have to have well over $150,000 to make any real money on stocks. And it takes forever. It's just so slow. I'm lucky I found one that'll do it, but I don't know. It has good reviews, bad reviews. I'm going to probably start off with like $50 because that's what I can afford. About $50 and see what I can do with it. I'm smart enough to do it, so I'm going to do it. But, yeah, you're going to have homeless. You're going to have a lot of problems. And unless JSX or somebody or something intervenes, that's all you're going to get. You're just going to get a bunch of shit from people, you know. That's all you're going to get, just a bunch of shit from people. People suck. The situation sucks even worse. Sorry to say. But anyway, you know, enough doom and gloom. We've had plenty of that today, that's for fucking sure. I'm just thankful I'm alive. I'm thankful I have a roof over my head, food in my belly, clean clothes. I can take a shower. You know, I can sleep in a nice bed. The bed bugs are gone for now. I found out how to kill the damn things finally. They are resistant, those motherfuckers. You know, the sprays, I don't think the sprays kill the eggs. They advertise it like it does kill the eggs and kills the bed bug, but I think it's just a deterrent, like when you put peppermint on your cat for the fleas. It's just a deterrent. It doesn't kill the eggs or the fleas, I don't think. But anyway. Yeah, I went out there today trying to fix that brake issue. It turns out the part that I bought is only $10, but it doesn't fit. I managed to open it up to put the part in there, and it doesn't fit because the thing is too wide, the hole is too small. Isn't that funny? It doesn't fit in the hole. So I'm trying to shave down the material to make it fit, and hope for the best, because it just doesn't make sense, you know. But that's what I'm doing. I'm hoping that's the only issue. I suspect that may be the only issue with it for now, and I could save, if I fix it myself, can save like $100. No, not 100. Actually, it'd be more like 200, because labor is $100. Yeah, it'd be more than that. It'd be like 200, 250 to replace that thing, and that's assuming that's it. If not, I have to replace the switch, which is another $20. But at least it's easy to just pop in and pop out, and that's it. You know, so it's just that getting down there. This is a small car, so I had to take out the front seat because I'm too big. I'm a big guy. I'm 6 foot, and it's really hard for me to fit my head under there so I can see what I'm doing. Once I got it in there, I was good. Anyway, excellent videos, guys. I'm going to go ahead and stop it here. And I'm going to continue my night. At least I found out what's wrong with it. And if I can't use that little plastic part, I'll make one. I'll fabricate a plastic part. Or I'll just put a bolt in there. One of the videos I saw just said, just take the pieces out of the other one and just put a bolt in there, and that'll do it. You know, and that's it. And adjust it. So I would have to put a bolt. It would be a flat-headed bolt in there that fits in that hole, and that's about it. That piece of plastic that was there before fell down. I didn't even notice it. It looked like a piece of candy. It was so clear. So it was obviously, you know, worn due to heat and pressure. Heat and pressure will destroy anything in reality. All right, well, enough of this. You guys have a good night, and thanks for watching.